Let's start with Mark, the judge. The judge fining him again for breaching the gag. Now it's up to like 9 grand. Him calling up lawyers to the bench and saying, I hear your client cursing under his breath. I don't want to embarrass him, so I'm speaking to you at the bench, but obviously it was able to be heard, which is how I'm reporting it right now. Mark, do you believe he is messing with Trump too much?
Do I believe he's messing with Trump too much? I can't even believe what he's doing in this case. Thank God I don't practice, and I make it not to practice in the state court of New York in criminal cases. This judge, to give it to him charitably, read his decision and order on the so-called contempt. It's a constitutional First Amendment violation on its face. It's absurd. The fact that he let in all of this testimony by Stormy Daniels today, how that has any relevance whatsoever to this case. I understand that a lot of judges sit there and carry the water of the prosecutors, but this is just so beyond anything that should be in this trial, in a trial that involves a prosecutorial theory that is almost ludicrous on its face, that's been rejected before. I don't even know where to begin. This case, and you're talking to somebody who has voted Democrat his entire life, who doesn't agree with Trump on much of anything. This case is utterly ridiculous.
Gotta disagree with you,
Paul,
Mark.
counter. Go ahead.
Well, you and I agree on a lot of things when we do these things, but I think this judge is handling the case in a good way. He's been keeping a tight rein. He's been moving the case along, and today was a good example. Stormy Daniels, I look at it as the good, the bad, and the ugly today. The good for the prosecutor was that she testified in great detail, proving her relationship with Trump. She was talking about exactly what happened when he first met her, took her to a hotel room. She could even identify the tiles in the bathroom to show you how much she had a recollection of it. She got into trouble later on in the day when she was cross-examined by the defense. But the thing we have to remember is her testimony exists for only one reason, and that is motive. What was the motive for falsifying the business records in this case? The motive was that Stormy Daniels' story, which looks like it's true based on today's testimony, but it wouldn't have to be true. The story she was going to tell publicly would have torpedoed Trump's presidential campaign. Thus, the hush money was paid. The business records were falsified in an attempt to influence the election. So Stormy did a great job today in the end, because when you look at her, when you consider the testimony that would have come out in a presidential election, it might have destroyed Trump's presidential election. That's all they had to prove. What was the motive? And she proved it.
But, this is where Paul and I love reasonable minds can differ. But transport yourself back to October of 2016. Nobody, including Donald Trump, believed for a second that he was going to win. I was publicly betting people that he would, and I could have given 100 to 1 odds. Nobody thought he was going to win, including him, number one. Number two, the fact of whether her story was true or not is of no relevance to the falsifying of business records. Remember, we've already heard that there was a doorman in Trump Tower who was going to say he was going to tell a story about a father that Trump was the fathering of a child out of wedlock, which is now demonstrably not true. That didn't matter. It doesn't matter at all for the catch and kill.
Let me ask you this then, Mark.
One thing,
why?
And one thing only.
If that were true,
it's only designed to embarrass him.
If that were true, why would Trump have apologized for the Access Hollywood statement and said, this is not me? I would never say anything like that. When he's apologizing, when he's plummeting in the polls because of the Access Hollywood statements, and what happens next? Stormy Daniels happens next. She's going to come in, a porn star, and say she had sex with him and saw him on numerous occasions. And He's got photographs of himself with Stormy Daniels, and he doesn't deny that it's him in the photos.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.